it's a pretty good game. Woo, that's what I'm talking about! The Sonic franchise has experienced a truly turbulent trajectory over the years. Once upon a time, Sonic was hailed as the one true rival to Mario's throne, but since then the franchise has gradually grown to be disregarded, or even a laughingstock. So many unfavorable games released consecutively after the three-dimensional transition, especially starting from 2006, that people began to question if Sonic was ever truly good. The Sonic Adventure games, which I still love, kind of fall apart when viewed critically through a modern lens. If even the generally adored Sonic Adventure games don't hold up, who's to say that even any 2D Sonic games hold up to today's standards? Sonic 3 and Knuckles does, that's who. Sonic 3 and Knuckles is damn near undeniably quality, through and through. Every single stage you play is vastly different from the others, and there are interesting new ideas, enemies, and styles consistently being presented. Every zone, hell, every act has at least one unique gameplay gimmick associated with it. Whoa, what the? This game is so... Call me Nathan Drake, the Hedgehog. Angel Island has zip lines and swings. Marble Garden has flying spinning tops. And vomit. Launch Base has alarms and vomit. Yeah, Sonic spins a lot, and I didn't mean like spin dash, I meant like this. Mushroom Hill has pulleys. This seems like a thing for two people, but unfortunately my partner is completely incompetent. Every zone even has noticeable differences between Act 1 and 2, from new gimmicks to complete theming overhauls. This game was a pioneer in a new era of a crazy thing called save files. The system wasn't perfected yet. After all, the game only autosaves at the start of new zones. There's no obvious save and quit function, so you just have to shut the game down and have blind faith that the save feature worked properly. But the save feature, alongside the addition of multiple playable characters, means the replayability factor stands head and shoulders above previous Sonic games. Sonic and Tails together is the regular intended experience. You can play Sonic solo if you absolutely cannot stand Tails for whatever reason. Tails can really screw you over on this boss. Like that. Oh, Tails. I view Knuckles as something beyond a New Game Plus, maybe like an Encore mode or something. Some level layouts are the same as Sonic and Tails levels, but you take different paths due to Knuckles' unique abilities of gliding, climbing, and big rock explosion. Some levels are nearly completely different, tailor-made for Knuckles. You also get different cutscenes and a different final boss. You can also play as Tails. Yeah, I don't have footage of this because I didn't want to play as Tails. But it's pretty much the same as Sonic, except you can fly a little bit. The game begins with a cool opening, a demonstration of sorts that this game is more of a story than previous games, using these mini cutscenes throughout the playthrough. These have no dialogue, instead conveying purely via expressions and actions. These cutscenes add narrative to the game in a way that feels very natural. It just works. This new character Knuckles is entirely characterized this way, and the game really gets emotion out of you whenever he shows up, through to when he does a heel face turn and helps you out. The game also has more continuity between zones, as at the end of one zone you'll have a logical transition scene before the next. For example, you might shoot out of a cannon to the next zone, or leap of faith into a zone. Alright Sonic, that was extremely The opening has Knuckles steal your Chaos Emeralds while Sonic just watches. I guess he then throws your emeralds into special stages. Oh! Oh, well, it's a good thing I fell. Which would normally cause me to curse Knuckles' entire apparently dead family line, but thankfully this is one of the only Sonic games with a special stage format that I like. The special stages have you collecting blue spheres to receive emeralds. You lose if you touch red spheres. You can also transform spheres into rings if you collect the perimeter of blue spheres. The longer you take, the faster you go, which would probably make Sonic happy, but there's this thing that's lost in the process called control. No! I like blue spheres for three main reasons. 1, the music is banging. 2, it's fair. Never did I feel like blue spheres was designed to make me fail repeatedly and wring extra hours of gameplay out, the way previous special stage formats did. And 3, it's kind of fun. I prefer the main game still obviously, but traversing this 3D space to collect spheres, sometimes turning them into rings, is a quite satisfying minigame. Some levels are designed such that the developers want you to figure out and follow an intended path to victory. Other levels are pretty much just a big maze. I don't like the maze levels. I get lost, which I guess would be the point. But overall, 2 thumbs up for special stages that don't make me want to tear my hair out. This game felt like an exception in that I actually enjoyed my entire time with it, as opposed to past Sonic games where I enjoy the main game but then end up spending more time beating my head against the special stage wall. No! What the f are with all these bombs? Sonic Team! In a kindred vein, if you get to a checkpoint with enough rings, you get a bonus stage, which can dole out shields and more rings. There are 3 different kinds of bonus stages. The slot machine is both my favorite and my least favorite. Wow, I actually got 3 for lucky. Oh, gambling! Let's go! Okay. I guess that's on me for getting excited, huh? Like, at least give me something. You can't have a casino where the patrons win nothing. No one's ever gonna come back. I know a little bit about the tricks they use. They let you win every once in a while, and you get addicted. That's how addiction works in casinos. You gotta let me win at least sometime. Your casino is trash. Dude, this is so 90s. The background looks like the floor of a bowling alley. Come on. Jackpot. Oh! No, you bitch. This shit has worse rates than your average gacha game. I swear to God. 8 rings! Oh joy! I'm so happy. You know how many times I've gotten triple Eggman? It's comparatively insane. Give me jackpot or give me death. Sonic Team can't keep getting away with their mistreatment of the Sonic fans. AKA what they're doing to me right fucking now. Okay. Fuck. Oh my god, I'm gonna hit that. I hate Sonic Team with every fiber of my being. Yeah! Let's go! That was kind of underwhelming, to be honest. I'm just leaving. Get me out. Chasing after Knuckles, once the opening concludes, takes you through a fallen Angel Island. As in, Angel Island that has fallen, not an island named Fallen Angel. With a name like that though, it's no surprise this island fall again in the near future. Angel Island is by far the best starting zone of the original Sonic games. It just has far more personality than the others, mainly because it has a stronger theme. The background sells this lush forest. You got monkey enemies on trees and swinging ropes to jump between. You got rhinos. Look at this rhinoceros guy. It's like an enemy out of Kirby. It's a beautiful environment teeming with life. And you know what Dr. Eggman hates most in life? All of that. It causes an immense forest fire midway through Act 1, and the rest of your time in the zone is spent playing through what I can only assume is a politically charged message from Sega. And then Tails gets lit up by bombs. After beating the boss, Knuckles shows up and dumps you into a water level, which should be punishable by death. Luckily, Hydrocity, or Hydrocity? Either way, this zone is a genuinely good zone. Firstly, the music is nice. The pole break into water blast sections are cool, and I just like the overall aesthetic. Seriously, look at how cool the water surface looks from underneath. Above water is full of slopes reminiscent of Chemical Plant Zone, and sometimes you get grabbed by the head and sent flying through amusement park water slide ramps and over the water's surface. Additionally, the bubble shield makes navigating the area a really chill experience, at least until the walls try to crush you. As an aside, the bubble shield is one of the new elemental shields. It allows you to bounce and breathe underwater. The electric shield allows you to double jump and magnetically attract rings, and the fire shield makes you immune to hot things. and allows you to do a baby homing attack that doesn't hone. The elemental immunities are game-changing here. Water levels are relaxing dips in the drink, lava is a soothing foot warmer, and electricity? This immunity rarely mattered, but the other two situations come up frequently enough. The aerial attack without a shield in this game is surprisingly extremely useful. At first it might seem weak, I mean, it's a tiny brief wave around Sonic, but this tiny burst not only briefly makes you invincible, but gives you the extra range necessary to do things like cheese a boss, or outspace spiked enemies. Right. Bang! Superb timing. They should give me actual real-life money for doing that. It just all around is an incredible tool at times for combat. You find out Eggman just has destruction of landmarks as a hobby, because after burning Angel Island down, you catch him drilling these ruins of an ancient civilization for no real reason. He could have drilled anywhere, but he chose here. The boss is an attention grabber as the floor falls out from underneath you and you duel Eggman in the skies. It's an interesting idea, even if it's not a particularly fun fight. Really, I can't help but hone in on Tails here. The poor lad has the strength of 10 men and the stamina of 20 if he's hauling around Sonic like this. And wouldn't his tails get tangled up spinning like that? Unless they were attached to a mechanical pivot? I mean, Tails is a boy genius after all, so maybe he made a few modifications to his body. Carnival Night Zone is exactly what it sounds like, complete with all the shenanigans you would expect from an area such as this one. Ow. This zone can get confusing at times. To progress through the level, you have to know to rock this barrel thing up and down, gaining momentum with each swing. You have direct control over this barrel with the up and down arrows while you're standing on it. It sounds obvious in hindsight, but I know lots of people, including me as a child, got to this point and just had no idea what to do before timing out and dying. The up and down arrows aren't really used for anything akin to this through to this point. Even if you happen to tap on the up and down arrows while trying every button, it's not immediately obvious that you're doing anything due to the nature of momentum in this segment. I just think Sega maybe should have been a little more hand-holdy for this part, like have the D-pad appear on screen or something. I don't know, it's the first gimmick in the whole game of this kind. Ooh, Ice Cap Zone! Ice Cap Zone starts off as radically as possible. Sonic careens onto a snowboard that just so happens to be sticking out of the snow, so we can only assume someone died snowboarding by getting buried in snow, and that's their snowboard. Sonic does make good use of it though. Watching this sequence for the first time back in the 90s must have been insane. He goes so fast even the cameraman can't keep up. At the end of the zone, oh no, the polar ice caps are melting! Sonic the Hedgehog 3 predicted global warming. Launch Base Zone's music makes use of the best Sonic 3 instruments. Go! That's my favorite instrument in Sonic the Hedgehog 3. It's probably the most iconic instrument. Like, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 has an even Super Sonic can't get me out of this predicament. You also witness Knuckles' personal hobby, terrorism. And then he returns later in the level specifically to be a little shit. Knuckles gonna punch my... God, he's such a shithead. Whoa! I can't believe we've come to like Knuckles after all these years. His introduction, he was such a prick. Once you beat the boss of the zone, you watch the Death Egg fall out the sky and the game ends. At least, it would have ended if not for the and Knuckles expansion. The and Knuckles part of the game is what makes Sonic 3 into a masterpiece for me. You'll see that all the designs get kicked into even higher gear. It leaves strong impressions. Mushroom Hill Zone immediately opens up with you stalking Knuckles leaving his house. Yes, laugh at Knuckles for being paranoid, but also realize that you are watching him leave the house, so he's actually totally justified here. Sonic immediately decides to trespass, peer pressuring his impressionable young fox friend to follow him, and we discover the tragic truth of it all. Knuckles is deeply impoverished, and his only possession is a single giant flashing ring. These giant rings don't take you straight to blue spheres the way they did before. Now you get taken to the Super Emerald Hub, which then takes you to more blue spheres. This hub area actually has a really cool aspect to it that you discover later in the main game. I'll talk about that when it comes up, but collecting all Super Emeralds grants you Hypersonic. Now Sonic can be Hypersonic. Now you can be a firefighter, an astronaut, you can be anything you want. Hypersonic is just supersonic, but he makes eyes hurt. His aerial attack emits a massive flash and destroys all enemies on screen. He has some cool unique sprites like crouching or ledge standing. Other times he's clearly just a recolored regular Sonic sprite, noticeable in the hair. Either way, Super and or Hypersonic are massive power trips. You smash and trash your way through entire levels without having to even really think. Well, it's nice that I don't even have to fight bosses. Bang, bang, bang. Oh no! Strategic boss, very timing focused. You have to know exactly what it is that you're doing. Otherwise this boss will just not work. You are definitely going to want to collect the emeralds, if not for the power up, then for the ending, which we'll get to. After breaking in and stealing from Knuckles, you're treated to the exploration of Mushroom Hill Zone. And I do mean treat, because this place is an absolute delight. The theming is gorgeous and the enemies are funny. Like, look at this guy that doesn't even damage you, he just sends you flying. Oh, you bitch! Oh! He just chucked it. I like that enemy. Look at this boss for the first act. No! He's deforesting! There's a heavy wildlife preservation theming to Sonic the Hedgehog 3, huh? Dear God, a lumberjack! Kill him! You have the ice cap zone melting, Eggman causing a forest fire. In the second act, you catch Eggman sucking the life out of the place, and you run him through an Olympic obstacle course. I thought this boss was cool, even if it was very simple mechanically. Next up is one of my favorites ever. Oh, it's Flying Battery Zone! Let's go! Mainly because of the music. It's so striking. Tearing through this ship is a blast, even if it bears an extremely similar theme to Sonic 2's Winged Fortress. You know Eggman's running out of enemy ideas when a literal mouse is one of his servants. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew Sonic Team loves doing that kind of shit. Oh shit. Let's get dunked. This zone is also home to a silly cartoon-like mid-boss. What the f? Oh, I know how to fight this. Stupid ass. I liked him, but he doesn't need all that health. It kind of ends up being, haha, okay, we get it. You can die now. Lava Reef Zone's music is amazing. What? Hell. Oh, it's Lava Reef. Favorite enemies here are a rock suicide bomber that realizes what he's programmed to do just a little too late. Okay, I thought I was going to... Oh, it's gonna explode! Did you see him realize that his life was at an end? Dear God, the doctor programmed me to die. And Weed Pipe Guy. Dude, he's... Bruh. Look at his eye, too. In Act 2, hell freezes over. Ecosystem in shambles, and then Knuckles screws you over, sending you to an even deeper circle of hell where you have to fight this annoying ass boss. From Act 2 onward is an awesome segment of the game, especially if you've been collecting Super Emeralds. Here's the music for the Super Emerald Special Stage Hub. And here's the music for Lava Reef Zone Act 2. Wait, what the? Notice the similarities? Once you finish the zone, you go to a hidden palace where you fight Knuckles. What just happened? What did he... Oh my god, the way his head bounced off the concrete. Knuckles has a concussion. Before witnessing him have a falling out with Eggman at the Super Emerald Hub. Knuckles is singing to him. He's trying to serenade Eggman. Oh yeah, oh, he gets zapped here. Oh my god, he has no pupils. Knuckles died. I also just noticed that Hypersonic fighting Eggman is prophesized in the background there. Knuckles then decides to show you the way forward. Of course, he's too tired to do more than that since you just beat his ass and then Eggman beat his ass, but it's helped nonetheless. Sky Sanctuary starts with an absolutely breathtaking sequence as you watch the Death Egg rise through the clouds and into space. Sky Sanctuary Zone is another highlight of the game, which says a lot considering the entire game is so good. It's just a stunning theme, everything about it comes together to make it extremely impactful. The music is good, but due to what I'm assuming are hardware limitations, you can't quite hear it the way it was intended. While when you collect rings, you can actually mess up the music, I'm assuming due to hardware limitations. It can't hit the high notes when you collect rings. It's too busy making the ring noise. You fight Blue Mecha Sonic a few times? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're doing this, huh? How many times is Jico going to fight this one Sonic boss? This is either the third or fourth time I fought it on the channel, where he rehashes boss fights from previous games. Finally, the iconic scene occurs where Sonic outruns and defies multiple laws and theories of physics to chase Eggman. The rule of cool overrules all. After blasting through the Death Egg, you bear witness to one of my favorite boss sequences ever. Here we go. Music, the sound effects, the rumbling, it's perfect. I mean, the actual boss fight is stupid easy, but everything else though. It's weird that they chose to the time they do the walking final boss that makes a lot of noise when he takes every step because he's so heavy. They decided to put this boss in space. Like this is not the setting that you would expect weight to be shaking the ground. Yeah, ignore that part too. Rule of cool, remember? After defeating the big mech, Eggman tries to run away, and you finish the game in the most fitting way possible, in a running chase sequence. Is what I would have said, but there's a bonus segment if you collected all the emeralds. You get the privilege of suffering in a poorly done bullet hell. Seriously, the camera is pulled in way too closely here and the projectiles come in way too hot. It's just a miserable experience trying to dodge anything. They always go to different genres. Well, I hope one of these Sonic games, Sonic Mania 2, if it ever happens, the final Super Sonic true final boss, is just a fighting game. Sonic the Fighters, and you have to beat the shit out of Eggman. And that's the end. That's the true final boss. Because they always do this. With that done, you return the Master Emerald to Angel Island. Angel Island returns back to the sky, Knuckles thanks you, kind of, and the credits roll. Two things I want to mention. How is there an infinite supply of water falling off of Angel Island, especially if it's above clouds and therefore above rain? And why couldn't they just have the plane fly right instead of left? Because the sprite is flipped, meaning Sinnoh is showing on the plane. You know, just a weird note to end the game off on. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles may only take a few hours per playthrough, but in that relatively short period you're bombarded with so many fresh scenes and new ideas. No! Why did he explode? He's just a golem. Does everything have to explode in this game? I'm not claiming the game is flawless. I can see people taking issue with certain gameplay sections and gimmicks, like flying battery zones, waiting elevators. I found Sandopolis Act 2 particularly irksome, not only because I disliked the Sandy theme, but because there were a few frustrating gameplay segments. God, I hate these. They were like, we have the technology required to make people infinitely fall. Oh, wow, really, Bill? Let's do that. No, you missed that. Oh my god, I hate Sonic 2! However, none of that mattered much to me in the grand scheme of things. Maybe my expectations have been tempered by playing so many other 2D Sonic games recently, but I never felt like I was suffering excessively. I was mostly just enjoying taking in the spectacle of it all. So much creativity is on display here, and the level designs are both fair and fun. Even the special stages reflect this philosophy. The And Knuckles expansion went so far in terms of making this installment to the franchise feel like a complete package. I think what you can take from this is that the next time you hear someone claim Sonic was never good, you can beat some sense into them with this game. And your Knuckles. Hello, it's Jico. Leave a like on the video to have more of my stuff like this recommended to you and others like you. For more, you can subscribe and check out my channel. Thanks for hanging out.